When 68-year-old Clara finds two shivering girls in a blizzard, she doesn't hesitate to help, but the real storm is just beginning. Clara tightened her wool scarf against the biting wind, her sturdy boots crunching through the fresh snowfall. At 68, her evening walks were sacred, but tonight, the weather had turned dangerous. As she passed the shuttered library, a whimper cut through the howling wind. She squinted at the shadowy bus shelter where two small figures huddled together. "Hello," she called gently. The older girl, no more than 10, lifted her head. "Please, ma'am," she rasped, arms wrapped around her shivering sister. "Lily won't wake up proper." Clara's heart seized. The younger child's lips were teen blue, her breath shallow. Without hesitation, Clara shrugged off her thick coat and draped it over them. "We're going to get help," she said firmly, noticing their threadbare sweaters. As she dialed 911, a shopkeeper peered out. "Don't bother with those two troublemakers." Clara glared. "They're children." The ambulance arrived slowly, the roads treacherous. "Hypothermia," the end confirmed, loading Lily onto a gurney. The older girl, Maya, clung to Clara's hand. "You'll come." Clara squeezed back. "Try stopping me." At the hospital, nurses eyed the girl's dirty clothes skeptically. "No insurance," one muttered. Clara drew herself up tall. "I'll cover every cent." When Maya whispered, "They'll make us leave," Clara's voice broke. "Not while I'm breathing." Outside, the snow kept falling, but in that sterile room, something warm had taken root. The fluorescent lights hummed overhead as Clara filled out endless forms, her reading glasses slipping down her nose. "Guardian relationship," the clerk snapped. Clara hesitated. "They have no one else." Across the room, Maya sat stiffly beside Lily's hospital bed, the child's small hand dwarfed by F-tubes. A social worker arrived, her voice clipped. "We'll need to place them in temporary foster care." Clara's pen stilled. "They're staying with me," the woman sighed. "You're not family, and at your age I taught third grade for 40 years. Clara interrupted, her voice steel. "I know how to care for children." Suddenly, monitors blared. Lily's temperature had plummeted again. Nurses rushed in, blocking Maya's view. "She's dying," the girl screamed, clutching Clara's arm. Clara held her close. "They're helping her, sweetheart." Hours later, a doctor emerged. "Stable, but she'll need weeks of care." The social worker reappeared, folder in hand. "I'll allow a 48-hour release to your home, pending background checks." Maya trembled. "What if they take us?" Clara cupped her face. "Then I'll fight louder." As they left, a janitor muttered, "Waste of taxpayer money." Clara whirled around. "These girls are priceless." That night, tucking Maya into a borrowed nightgown, Clara noticed scars on her wrists. "Who did this?" Maya looked away. "The man who said he owned us." Clara's blood ran cold. This wasn't just neglect, it was something darker. Clara's cozy bungalow felt like a fortress with its curtains drawn and doors locked. Maya jumped at every creak, while Lily slept fitfully under layers of quilts. The social worker's promised home visit was hours away when heavy footsteps crunched on the icy porch. Clara peered through the peephole at a broad-shouldered man in a leather jacket. "Open up, Grandma," he sneered. "Those girls belong to me." Maya froze, her cereal spoon clattering. "It's the one who hurt us." Clara's hand shook as she dialed 911. "Leave now, or I'll have you arrested," she shouted through the door. He laughed. "Foster system's on my side. I'll get him back by sundown." Suddenly, Lily began screaming night terrors. Maya explained, from the bad room they'd been locked in. The man pounded harder. "Hear that? They need discipline." Clara herded the girls upstairs as police sirens wailed. Officers found his truck on, but a chilling note under the mat: "You can't protect them forever." That evening, the social worker eyed Clara's modest home. "Are you prepared for this?" Physically, Clara lifted her chin. "I raised 3 sons and survived breast cancer. These girls are staying." As the woman left, Clara noticed Maya hiding bread rolls in her pockets. "For if he takes us," the girl whispered. Clara knelt before her. "I have a safety plan. Friends who'll hide you, lawyers on speed dial. No one will tear us apart." For the first time, Maya leaned into her embrace. The courtroom felt colder than the winter outside. Clara sat stiffly between Maya and Lily, their small hands clutching hers. Across the aisle, the leather-clad man Frank smirked beside his cap-pointed lawyer. "Your Honor," the lawyer began, "my client has a stable job in housing. These girls ran away during a routine disciplinary moment." Clara's attorney, a fierce young woman named Rosa, stood. "We have medical records showing malnutrition and trauma consistent with captivity." The judge frowned at Frank. "Is this true?" Before he could answer, Maya stood, trembling but clear-voiced. "He kept us in a basement, made us beg on corners." Frank's chair screeched as he lunged. "Liar!" Bailiffs restrained him while Lily sobbed into Clara's sweater. During recess, Rosa pulled Clara aside. "We need proof of that basement." Clara remembered Maya's nightmares about the yellow door. That afternoon, they drove to a dilapidated neighborhood. There it was, a house with peeling yellow paint. Police found chains bolted to the floor and Polaroids of other children. "Human trafficking," an officer muttered. Back in court, Frank's smugness vanished as photos were entered as evidence. The judge's gavel rang out. "Termination of parental rights granted." Outside, Snowflakes caught in Clara's lashes as Maya whispered, "Does this mean we're really yours now?" Clara's eyes brimmed. "If you'll have an old lady as family." Spring sunlight streamed through the bungalow's windows as Clara smoothed the girls' matching dresses, their first day at a proper school. Lily twirled, her nightmares fading, while Maya carefully pinned a best grandma badge to Clara's cardigan. At the courthouse's final hearing, the judge smiled at the trio. Adoption granted. That night, their neighborhood threw a surprise party. Former students, book club friends, even the skeptical social worker celebrating with lemon cake. As fireflies blinked outside, Clara unfolded a quilt made from the girls' old clothes. "See these patches," she said softly. "Each one holds a memory we've survived." Maya pointed to a floral scrap. "That's from the sweater you wrapped around us in the snow." Lily touched a blue square. "And this was my hospital gown." Clara's tears fell freely now. "My whole life I thought my story was finished. But you too." Maya kissed her cheek. "You're our happy ending." Years later, at Maya's college graduation, she'd recount how a blizzard brought them to Clara's door. "Family isn't always blood," she'd say, holding her sister and grandmother close. "Sometimes it's the love that finds you when the world turns cold." And in the audience, Clara, older, frailer, but radiant, would whisper, "No, darlings, you found me."